Remember, the general election for the mayor is happening in the primary in Inarajan. And these two guys facing off. This is a hot race. It's got the village divided. So let's get right to it. Our last interview for this morning, a Democrat candidate for Inalahan Mayor, Ken Mantanona. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Sabrina.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me on your show.
Of course, let's just get right into it, sir. We talk about this is a really hot race. There's a lot at stake. What has this campaign been like for you? And what are you bringing to the table that maybe you think TC isn't?
Well, Chris, I just retired not too long ago. It was kind of like late in the game in terms of my campaign, and then of course the pandemic hit us, and that kind of changed the dynamics in how we campaign. Nevertheless, we moved on. We focused on our grassroots campaigning. It's been a challenge for us, and we feel that we've done our best to get through this campaign, even with all this with these challenges with the pandemic.
You said you just retired. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Okay, so I just retired last year in September. I did 30-some years of with the Guam Police Department. I retired as a police captain. I worked for the police department. I rose through the rank. I started off as a police officer. I rose through the ranks of police captain. I graduated from the University of Guam. I worked alongside and I was mentored by a lot of leaders in the police department. And so what it is in the police department, I've been assigned or tasked to lead many divisions, section. The latest assignment was the Mantanona Drug Task Force before my retirement. And so really that is basically a nutshell of my experience with the police department.
I'm trying to figure out, were you the one who raided us all those years ago? Did you ever raid KUAM?
Well, Chris, you know what? I don't like to talk about, what has happened in the past, but yes, I was the person that was leading the government corruption task force at the time.
Were you the one that said, "This is my building"?
Basically, yes.
Okay. Just because you look...
Yeah, you look familiar. Right.
Anyway, we cool though. I wasn't even born yet. No, I was born. Let's just talk about that. Your background, Mantanona Drug Task Force. Your opponent talked about drugs and the problem of addiction in the village. What, if elected mayor, do you plan to do to address that? Because it is real. I mean, I know people in Iran. I go down there all the time.
Well, Chris, as being a former police officer, it's all about law enforcement. And so, but running as mayor, I think I look at it as a two-pronged approach. And we need to look at the interdiction part, more like the prevention, and then the other portion is the intervention. And so I believe that if we address that through interdiction and intervention, that I believe we can help this community and the drug problem here in Inarajan.
And aside from the drug problem in Inarajan, Tony listed a whole bunch of things that he plans on doing in his vision for the village. What is your vision and your platform?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
What is your vision and platform for Inarajan?
Well, Sabrina, the goal is to better Inalahan. The plan is to revitalize Inalahan by building a farmers market, a playground in the heart of Inalahan, repairing and maintaining the roads, beautifying Inalahan, addressing safety concerns by enhancing the neighborhood watch, strengthening that partnership between the Guam Police Department and the village or the community. And the last thing is to promote education through scholarships and partnerships with the businesses and institutions.
Okay. Any other anything else you'd like to say in terms of why you feel that you would be a better candidate for mayor over Mr.
Chargaloff?
Charkloff?
I didn't get that.
Sorry. So obviously, Ken, right? People have a very clear choice in this primary election. There's Tony Chargaloff and there's Ken Mantanona. I guess just why do you think people should vote for you over your opponent?
Well, Chris, to the people of Inalahan, I believe that every candidate running for office have good intentions and good idea. And what I'm offering to the people of Inalahan is hard work, fairness, and sincerity. So that's basically what I'm offering to the people of Inalahan.
All right, Mr. Mantanona, your final comments and your final pitch for why they should vote for you.
Well, Sabrina, I look at leadership. I look at being the beacon of Inalahan. And so I've always been a hardworking person. I've always held myself to the highest in terms of integrity. I've maintained that integrity throughout the years that I've been in the police department. It's values that I learned as a child growing up. I always believe that is self or service above self. And I think the people of Inalahan are looking for someone who's going to give them that respect and that sincerity. And so these are the things that I'm offering to the people of Inalahan.
Okay, sir. Mr. Ken, you got 30 seconds for your close.
Okay, to the people of Inalahan, I'm Ken Mantanona, and I'm running for mayor of Inalahan. I believe every candidate running for office have good intentions and good ideas. What I offer to the people of Inalahan, if given the opportunity, is hard work, fairness, and sincerity. I humbly ask for your support, your vote in this election, in hopes that you give me the opportunity to serve you as your mayor, as your beacon. Thank you, and Donkluna si Zeus Mosi. Thank you, Chris, and thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you, Ken. Good luck.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You guys are lucky. This is just, you only have to do one campaign, and that's it.
Yes,
One and done.
absolutely.
All right. Okay, good luck, sir.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
All right, wash your hands. 10:06. There you go. A Democrat candidate, Ken Mantanona.
Ken Mantanona.
Yeah.